Hey, what is up, everybody? So this is going to be a continuation of the Bush League Legends flights that I'm working on. This is technically day 0 plus 1. So yesterday I went from my home airport, Renton, Washington, over to KEPP, which is a little dirt airstrip just an hour east or so. I'm actually not, it looks like I'm streaming, but I'm not going to stream tonight just because this is going to be another basically 3.5 hour flight that is just going to go, I'm going to go up to high altitude and just cruise. So it wouldn't make for very entertaining streaming, but I am going to record it and post it to YouTube, so hopefully you're seeing it there. We'll go ahead and get ourselves set up. So we're going to fly the Cub Crafter XCub, and again, this is the version from Bush League Legends that they've updated. We're trying to be accurate and realistic with our fuel and model actual fuel stops. So I did record last time that we landed with 20.24, and it always wants to take away whatever. Always wants to take away 1.1 on me, and 21.16. The pilot and the baggage we always leave as default, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and load in a flight plan that I've already generated, if I can easily find that. Here we go. I'm not quite sure what the weather is like. You see, we're headed over to Great Falls International, about 3 hours en route. I am going to, just in case, put an ILS approach in there because I don't know what the weather is going to be like. And we will fly live weather, but we'll start off at around 11. This is probably I'll probably have to fix that again. But at least that will give us a nice trip all the way across. So let's see, does this give us altitudes? Yeah, 9,500. Okay, so it's actually giving us altitudes for each one, which is awesome. And I think that's it. We can just keep going. All right, so let's load in. I'll be very interested to see what the weather is like today. If you saw me land here, it was just a mess. Completely socked in, couldn't see the ground from even a couple hundred feet in the air. We took a couple of passes to get on the ground, but we eventually made it. Looks like we're socked in again. Nope, maybe not. All right, we're already lined up. Here we are at this little dirt runway. I'm not getting any sound. Oh, it's there. It's there. Okay. So we just do some quick checks here. So fuel is about where we set it. Starting with our left tank, which is fine. You can see parking brake is on, fuel pump is on. Turn this lighting up a little bit. We don't need the fuel pump. And we can turn our parking brake off. Let's double check our flaps. They're in the first detent, so that's good. All right, let's go ahead and take off. And I'll do no music this time either, so I'll put prop overspeed, yep. I'll fix that in a second, don't you worry. I should have adjusted my altimeter, just did that. So this is looking like a much better day to fly than yesterday was. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let it climb out, but we will go right away into nav mode. And it's doing its thing. Let's look at our nav log real quick. I don't even remember which one this is. There we go. So, oh, doesn't even have our desired altitude on there. I guess I should map those out next time. It's okay. While we're climbing, we will go ahead and do just like a reasonable climb out, 500 feet per second. I want to get right away into conserving a little bit of fuel. So 9.8 gallons per hour. So we'll get up to our altitude and then do some calculations. So I seem to remember the first phase here was about 4,500. So we'll keep climbing out to that. And then we can also bring up little nav map. So now we're climbing out to, it says 8 hours en route. That could be brutal. Is that really right? I kind of doubt it. So minimum safe altitude for this first level, it's 3,500. Then 4,000. So if we go to 4,500, we're good for a while. So we'll go ahead and climb out to 4,500 and then let this settle in. Ground speed 93 knots. That estimated time en route really seems off to me. And we should not have I don't know if the Garmin is messed up or what, but we should not have that far to go. This whole route is 343 nautical miles, 2 hours and 33 minutes. So you can tell this is the route that Little Nav Maps came up with. As soon as I set the ILS approach, that changed a little bit, but that's okay. We will let it go here and see what happens. So 4,500. Just finish letting it climb out, and then I will just let it record for a little bit and do its thing. We're burning 10 gallons of fuel an hour, and we've already said we have 44-ish gallons, so we've got about an hour of reserve if we believe our eyes and our instruments rather than this estimated time en route. So hopefully when we level off, we'll see this get a little more realistic. So leveling off at 4,500. I might even, I was considering kind of getting this even a little more into cruise mode, but we'll see. If we have the endurance for the gas usage, then I'm not too worried about making this part of the trip go faster. So we're already down to 5 hours, and that's fallen pretty quick. So let's see what this does here. All right, well, 4,500. I'm going to try to set this up here. So it'll be a nice, set us up for a nice time lapse. I will try not to mess with the camera at all, so that we can have that sweet time lapse and not make people motion sick. So I will minimize the amount of controlling that I do on the airplane and just try and let it go. So that's it. I will see you on the other side for landing. So that flight was way more exciting than intended. Go ahead and turn autopilot off here. Yeah, there was a little bit of everything. Lots of icing. Oh, that is a weird effect coming off the prop.
yeah, trying to get through those clouds and the icing and flying through the valleys in the mountains. I think that was the start of Idaho, between Idaho and Montana. That was way more exciting than anticipated. Bump my volume just slightly. There we go. This is not the best lined up landing in the world, but it'll work. I think we need to start slowing down way more. One last adjustment of the altimeter. I think we're trying to land at 3,700 feet, something like that. Still a little off. Right. Two white, two red, so we're okay lined up. Got no flaps out right now, which is slightly problematic. Oh, a little too low. There we go. Just gonna barely get flaps out. There's one. Cut power to idle. And we'll just let it settle. Put the flaps all the way out. Ooh, ooh, a little bit of bouncing. Ooh, that was... Oh no! Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to think about that. I don't even know what to think about that. That was just sad. So, the real question is, do I redo that leg, which I've been working on for almost 3 hours, or do I press on? That is just sad. Well, I'm not going to make that decision right now. So we will call that to be continued, and I'll update you on the status there next time. So thanks for hanging out. That was very odd that we did not end that with a proper landing. Got a little too squirrely landing at Great Falls. So like I said, I'll make a decision on that later, and yeah, go from there.